It's another weekend, and some Ghanaian players abroad were in action in the Premier League, to be specific. And we're going to check out how the likes of Thomas Partey, Jeffrey Schlupp, Jordan Ayew, Ayew, as well as Kamaldeen Sulemana, who was handed his starting debut for Southampton, as well as Mohamed Salisu and of course Antoine Semenyo, all performed for their respective clubs in the Premier League. You want to stick and stay as I bring you all the gist here on Sports Update Ghana. You know what to do, guys. If you haven't subscribed, you're missing a lot, so please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. And let's jump straight into it, and starting off with the Arsenal versus Brentford match, where Ghana's Thomas Partey was in the heart of midfield for Arsenal as they drew 1-1 with Brentford in the match that was played earlier today at 3 p.m. Well, Arsenal scored the first goal in the game through Leonardo Trossard, who came on as a substitute to score the first goal in the 66th minute. However, minutes later, Ayew got the equalizer for Brentford to draw the game 1-1. Well, Thomas Partey played 90 minutes of action in the game and was very impressive. And you guys know Thomas Partey is yet to play a match that Arsenal have lost this season. The only match they lost with him was just last weekend when they lost the match to Everton, and even that, the goal was scored after he was substituted. Well, in this particular match, Partey had 104 touches on the ball and had a passing accuracy of 90%. Well, let's move on and do some more. And to the Crystal Palace versus Brighton game, well, there were 3 Ghanaian players who were in action in this particular match, as Crystal Palace fielded 2 Ghanaian players, namely Jeffrey Schlupp and Jordan Ayew, whilst Brighton also featured Tariq Lamptey, who came on as a substitute to play in the match, which ended in a stalemate between Crystal Palace and Brighton. Well, Jordan Ayew and Jeffrey Schlupp started the match, and it was Jordan Ayew who played 90 minutes of action in the game, but Jeffrey Schlupp played 70 minutes of action before he was substituted. And for Tariq Lamptey, he came on as a substitute in the 76th minute to play the rest of the game. So yes, the first goal was scored through Brighton in the 63rd minute, but Crystal Palace got the equalizer through James Tompkins in the 69th minute. Well, for Jeffrey Schlupp, in terms of his performance, the Ghanaian player was able to have just 15 touches on the ball and his passing accuracy was 100%. He was mostly involved in grounded duels and tried to win much of the balls in the game. For Jordan Ayew, he was played as a number 10, not the typical striker. He was playing behind the main striker, and Jordan Ayew, after 90 minutes of action, had 43 touches on the ball, 83 passing accuracy, and in terms of his shots, he was not able to shoot any ball at goal. So Jordan Ayew, not quite an impressive performance in the game against Brighton. But for Tariq Lamptey, who came on as a substitute to play for Brighton in the game, Tariq Lamptey played just 14 minutes of action in the game and made 1 interception in the game, as well as getting 2 grounded duels. He lost possession of the ball 3 times and had a passing accuracy of 100%, 8 out of 8, and touched the ball on 13 occasions, as Tariq Lamptey played just 14 minutes of action in the game. Well, away from the Crystal Palace versus Brighton match, let's turn our attention to the Fulham versus Nottingham Forest match, where Ayew came on as a substitute to play the rest of the game for Nottingham Forest as they lost by 2-0 to Fulham. Well, last week Nottingham Forest won their match against Leeds United, but this weekend, unfortunately, they succumbed to a defeat at the hands of Fulham at the Cottage. Well, Ayew played 27 minutes of action in the game. He just had 3 touches on the ball and his passing accuracy was 100%. He just gave 2 passes in the ball, and his grounded duels were 1 and had 1 aerial duel. He wasn't able to get a good chance at goal, and that was how come he was able to have just few touches on the ball. So Ayew's Nottingham Forest losing their match against Fulham. Well, to our next match that was played, Southampton played Wolves in a match that ended 2-1 in favor of Wolves. Well, things are not going well for Southampton, but in this particular game, Kamaldeen Sulemana started and he made his first starting debut for his club, that is Southampton, and played 90 minutes of action in the game. The Ghanaian player was able to have 6 shots in the game, and 5 of his shots were off target, whilst 1 shot got blocked. In terms of his dribbling attempt, Kamaldeen Sulemana, who is known to be a very skillful player, was able to have 12 dribbles in the game and had 59 touches on the ball. His passing accuracy was 80% and was mostly involved in action up front, as he contributed mostly to attack. For Mohamed Salisu, he was rated 7.5 in the game and was one of the best players on the pitch. In fact, he was Southampton's best player in the game despite the defeat, and Mohamed Salisu played 90 minutes of action also in the game and was able to contribute mostly in defense, as he was able to win 6 grounded duels and also got 5 aerial duels, and was able to make quite a good number of interceptions in the game, as well as making 54 touches on the ball. So yes, Ghana's defender Mohamed Salisu over there playing 90 minutes of action for Southampton in their game against Wolves. And lastly, Bournemouth drew 1-1 against Newcastle United, and Ghanaian player that is Antoine Semenyo came on as a substitute to play just 9 minutes in the game, as Bournemouth drew 1-1 with their opponent Newcastle. It was a good game for Bournemouth because Newcastle are in the form of their lives, and for Antoine Semenyo, who played 90 minutes of action last week, this time he was able to play just 9 minutes of action in the game. He had 8 touches on the ball and was not able to contribute much in attack, as he was not deployed as the main striker, but he was played on the flanks. And that is how Ghanaian player that is Antoine Semenyo sums it all up here on Sports Update Ghana. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on what you make of the performance of Ghanaian players in the Premier League. More updates coming up in the next one. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment.